I'm Maria. I'm from Puerto Rico right now, but I was raised in New York. My family, my father and my mother took us when I was 7 months old, and I stood there for 25 years maybe. When I was 25 years, then I came back this way.
Maria Ortiz is one of many Puerto Ricans who've lived in the United States mainland, so many that there are now more Puerto Ricans living stateside than on the island itself. In 2016, there were fewer than 3.5 million people living in Puerto Rico, compared to nearly 5.5 million living in the States. The island has lost 14% of its population since 2006, and Hunter College estimates that another 135,000 people have left since September's devastating hurricane.
So I could tell a lot of people I lost everything. I lost my house. My daughter went to New York. It wasn't easy the first day, next day out of Maria. She had to go to New York because she lost everything too. She decided to go back because she got four daughters. And I figured that's the best thing. She's a pastor, and she says that, well, God gave her a mission in New York, and she got to be out there.
Puerto Ricans have been migrating to and from the island for decades. What's different about this group is who's migrating and whether or not they're coming back.
In the past, and by the past I mean the 1950s and 60s, most Puerto Rican migrants were rural workers which had been displaced from their jobs, migrated to the major cities of San Juan and Ponce and Mayagüez, and were looking for opportunities. They didn't find them, so they went on to New York or Pennsylvania or Chicago. The migration of the 90s and in the 2000s is more a migration of professionals. They are saying, the Centro de Estudios Puertorriqueño and some other centers are saying that there is no brain drain in Puerto Rico. I dispute that. The fact of the matter is that if not before, at least after Maria, we are losing doctors, we're losing technicians, we're losing, as well as poor people, we are being displaced professionals. Are these people coming back? Well, we've lost close to 10% of our population. I don't think that the people who are living and establish a life there, a successful life, will be coming back.
The exodus has also been accompanied with a loss of business. VEETA MURIEL MOHAN lost the job she'd held for years when her employer left Puerto Rico, and property damage has made it hard to rent out her guest house.
You know, we've been out of light since hurricane, since about September 21. So no one wants to rent the house if there are no lights. I lost my job. I had a regular job teaching yoga at a hotel close by. So the hotel was pretty damaged. I don't know, it's hard to start over again, you know. So my plan is to just grow some veggies and sell it at the organic market. When you see how long it's taking to get electricity back, and a lot of people's houses were destroyed. So jobs are gone, schools were gone, a lot of schools were damaged, and homes were gone. So a lot of people did leave.
The decreasing population could have profound effects as the island continues to deal with its multi-billion-dollar debt. But as OBGYN Dr. Alberto de la Vega knows, the age of the people who left the island might matter just as much as the number.
¿Está bonita?
Sí.
Dice la abuela.
Ay, sí, yo estoy contenta. Qué va. Sí, mi primera nieta.
That huge migration in such a short period of time was mostly in the 18 to 45-year-old range. So we've had a huge drop in birth rates. We are worried. We are worried that this will affect many aspects of our lives. First of all, the drainage of young people from the island, lack of replacement of the aging population. This will affect our schools because we have schools that are going to have to close. You can imagine how 500,000 less people contributing to the economy would affect us.
The island's low birth rate is compounding the issue of its aging population. Between 2016 and 2017, deaths on the island outnumbered births by 1,000.
The main reason the deaths are over the births is because right now the population of Puerto Rico is really old. We have the baby boom. I say the births were really close one another. Now the deaths are going to be really close one another. We expected that the population of Puerto Rico was going to get older, but it's getting older faster because the drop in birth rates and many of the people that leave Puerto Rico are in that age that they could have their children here. They are having their children in the U.S.
Though the shrinking population is a cause for concern to most, Emilio Pintojas sees recent trends as a part of the dynamic nature of economy.
As an expert in economic development, I am less alarmed by the loss of population than most people. If the Puerto Rican economy recovers, there will be new labor supplies. So what we are witnessing is, as well as migration, the possibility of labor substitution. Where are these new people coming from? We'll find out when we pick up. But it's a complex issue. It cannot be simply said, people are leaving and they're not coming back. Life is a dynamic cycle that moves forward. We may not like what is going, but it moves forward.
Pumpkin, what are you doing all the way over there?
And move forward is exactly what people like VEETA and MURIEL plan to do.
I'm a positive person. I think things will get better. Yeah, I'm hoping my business picks up again. After the storm, there's always the rainbow, so.
It's about what faith you have to get back and feed. Because if we get used to have everything nice and we laugh, why not in the bad time?
Despite the migration, there will always be people who choose to stay.
This is my home. No matter how bad we talk about our problems, no matter how things get, no matter how many epidemics come, this is still a paradise. This is still a great place to live. And especially if your family's here. So there's no plan B for me, at least. This is where we stay, and this is where we'll do whatever it takes to make things better.
Reporting from Puerto Rico, I'm Carly Henry.